We back? Are we back? I invited Miggy. It should pop up anytime now. It should pop up anytime. Miggy's on the stage at the StreamYard. Ooh, buddy, it's a good day for Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, I guess.
I guess so. I don't know. It's like 3 a.m. there, and that kind of sucked. Honestly, that Royal Rumble sucked. I'm in the car right now. Sorry, I'm waiting on my wife who needed me to take her somewhere, and so
My ridiculous hair. I was just doing this the whole show.
hey, be thankful you got hair, buddy.
That's true. But I can't grow a beard. Austin,
I'll give you some of my beard if you want it.
Boys, what up, big homie?
Dude,
why'd you think it was so bad? I want to know because I took notes of everything that happened, and the more I look at what did happen, I feel like the less right I have to complain.
Okay, so do you want to start from the beginning? We start with the women.
Yeah, sure, but let's tell the listeners and the friends of the podcast. I was at a T-ball game. I got back with like the last 10 wrestlers in the ring.
Well, I can tell you missed nothing, buddy.
Well, I was impressed with Lash Legend. I thought she had a strong showing. Sol Ruca making it to final 3.
I did like that.
You had Brie Bella coming back, which no one asked for that, but nope. that was an unexpected shock. So you had that. What else? Did I have anything else written down for that? No, but I do think, by the way, and I texted you about this, the way that the Bella twins eliminated Lyra and Bailey, I think WrestleMania match, probably night 1, match 2 or 3.
Yeah. I could see that coming. I mean, out of that, we definitely have Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair coming up. That's gonna be another match. We're gonna have. I also see it being Tiffy and Stephanie again, and then there was no Bianca Belair, so I'm thinking that Bianca comes back after this whole Jordynne Grace and Jade Cargill thing. And then we get Bianca and Jade as the other women's championship match. Sol Ruca gets called up after WrestleMania. No TNA real representation on this show at all.
Wait. So who did you say Liv's going up against?
I meant Liv. I meant Liv Morgan. Sorry, Liv Morgan and Stephanie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I was happy to see Tiffany Stratton back.
Yes, we love Tiffy time. Tiffany's cash-in is in our intro video.
It is. That's when I sat in those same exact seats for $100 are now $800 to go, and that was only literally a year ago.
For a worse show.
For SmackDown.
I want to ask you real quick about Liv again. Eliminating Raquel. Now, goddamn, there's a mosquito in here, I think. Liv Morgan eliminating Raquel. Okay, there's always cracks on the Judgment Day. Someone's always pissing someone off. But between that and CM Punk telling Finn on Raw that if he wanted, like basically to be that guy again, he needed to ditch the Judgment Day. Which,
yeah,
I don't know. Are we close to the end here? Could WrestleMania be the end of the Judgment Day?
Judgment Day's gone by WrestleMania, I think. But now that you say that though, too, Raquel does face Stephanie on Raw this week in Philly in the main event. I think it's the main event. I really would much rather see Stephanie and Liv though than I would Raquel and Liv.
All right. Okay.
I don't know now. Yeah, Judgment Day's done. I'm trying to think of what else could have came out of could have came out of that match, the women's match. Nothing right to my head.
All right. I think we got four WrestleMania matches out of that. If they went that direction, at least 4 upcoming PLE matches, or rivalries, whatever we're calling them. Dude, let's get to the Heartbreaker. Gunther and AJ Styles.
He's not done.
He's not done.
He's not done, and he's done in WWE. But I'm telling you, your boy called it. He ends his, and I was like, all right, well maybe he really is done if you threw the gloves down, things like that. But the fact that he went up and threw up the 2 Sweet at the end of it,
and they panned out, they
got right out of there.
AJ Styles is All Elite is going to be trending in about 2 months.
I hope. I don't know. I just hope his contract is up tomorrow, and then he could show up there this week.
What are the odds that AJ Styles makes his AEW debut in Los Angeles at Revolution?
Are you going?
I will if I think that's a possibility.
Yeah, I will meet you there if you think that's a possibility.
Good video opportunity.
Yeah, I don't. When's Revolution? In March?
I think it's in February.
End of February. Then
I think, and Double or Nothing's in what, April?
Double or Nothing's in the end of May, so I would think it has to be before that.
I think it's usually April. If
you
guys know when Revolution is, tell us.
Double or Nothing is always the last weekend of May.
Okay.
Memorial Day weekend, because that always used to be my celebration after. That was how I started off my summer vacation from teaching.
Well, dude, it was a great match, dude. He still got it.
Yeah, and I'm
glad that it looks like he's going to hang it up, kind of come full circle, dude. I don't know if he's going to retire in TNA, but at least he can. Like, the thing about John Cena was strictly a WWE guy, so all of his opponents were by default WWE guys. So there was no, unless they weren't under contract anymore, which he would still like give them, the shout outs and stuff. Like he, whose moves would he do that was in AEW or TNA or whatever?
He did Edge. Oh, AJ Styles?
No, Cena.
He did Edge. He did
Samoa Joe, didn't he?
AJ Styles did Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
He did The Miz because he didn't get to fight The Miz. I'm trying to think Bray Wyatt. But I think Edge was the only person really in AEW that he had a history with that wasn't going to be able to be there.
Well, the point I'm trying to make is that, like, AJ Styles has been everywhere else before, so him leaving WWE and like him retiring from wrestling, which, he's just retiring to WWE because he's going to go to these other places and do things before he actually retires at the end of this year. Like, that's cool.
Thinking about it, with the exception of like Frankie Kazarian, I'm trying to even think of who in TNA is, left for AJ Styles over there. Everybody is in, everybody's in AEW.
Well, that's why I think AEW is the place he would go, especially because TNA and WWE are becoming so much more like interconnected. And he just showed up at TNA for their AMC debut, didn't he?
Yeah. So it's TNA, it's WWE Junior.
Clip that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if he goes to AEW, maybe he goes back to, I don't know, is there anyone in Japan that he could do anything with?
I think AEW is the call.
Because you got all the Bullet Club there, and then
you got that gives the opportunity for them to bring in Gallows and Anderson, because those guys aren't going to say no to that. that gives you the opportunity for him to get Kenny Omega off spray, but to have his final match against his best friend Samoa Joe.
I was gonna say, dude, we get AJ Styles and Samoa Joe one last time.
One last time. So,
dude, I know everyone talks about like how Cena, it's like their childhood is like blah blah blah. Cena was a superhero, bro. If you were a real wrestling fan, like when Samoa Joe and TNA and AJ were in TNA, like I don't know, you just like you're a true wrestling fan. I feel like if you,
John Cena and AJ Styles were like the closest that we got to, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Goldberg, Undertaker and Sting, like, the complete opposites in different companies.
AJ Styles is like our Bret Hart almost.
Yes.
Like that's right up there with Kurt Angle. This is like Kurt Angle's retirement match or like the end of his career, except it was great and not against Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
And no fault of his own.
El Conquistador and Baron Corbin, right? That's how I don't know. It's
no hate to Baron Corbin.
I'm excited to be right about this.
All right.
Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn was, it's what we expected. Dude, I don't think there's anything different there.
That match was the GoP match, which is sad.
That's exactly what that was.
Which is sad because I know everyone like Drew needed the win and everything, but why? Like your undisputed champion is the GoP match, and your main event is to figure out who's gonna be a part of the P match.
Well, you know why? You know why? So let's let Drew McIntyre won. Let's move on to the biggest thing here, okay? Braun Breaker was taken out at the beginning of the Royal Rumble. I was wrong. I will admit that I was wrong. Braun Breaker did not win the Royal Rumble. Taken out at the beginning. I'll come back to that in a second. Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble. That surprised me. I didn't think we were going to get another Roman Reigns win. But with that being said, Cody Rhodes was taken out by Drew McIntyre. So here's how it's going to play out, buddy. Cody Rhodes takes the championship from Drew McIntyre. We don't see Roman again until that happens. Roman Reigns then shows up and says Cody Roman 3, Night 2, WrestleMania, like they've been saying is going to happen. That's how we get there. Cody goes after Drew in defense, and then, somehow, some way, this is going to lead to a one-on-one match between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. But Drew does not walk in the champion. Cody Rhodes does.
Okay, so I think this could probably happen at it could happen on a Monday Night Raw, or it could happen at Elimination Chamber. You get I don't know if they would do a Hell in a Cell at that point. But the stakes would be super high. You would have Cody, trying to get his title back because Drew screwed him and he's been a thorn in his side for so long. Mm-hmm. And he didn't even Cody could justifiably be pissed that Drew ruined his chances, especially because Drew is already the champ. Like he's, you know what I mean? Like he's just, anyways.
Yeah, no, I mean that's how it makes sense. I mean that's what I think. That's the route I think that they go. There's our first main event of WrestleMania right there.
Cody and Roman.
Cody and Roman, and then Cody turns heel at the end of it. Which honestly, buddy, listen, I told you that the chances of me freaking out when we're in Vegas about how I'm not going to be at WrestleMania, it's going to happen. I'm going to freak out that I missed WrestleMania. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to WrestleMania. But I am going to freak out that I'm not there. But it does sting a little less knowing that, we already missed the greatest match between Roman and Cody. I'm not missing anything else. You're not going to get all these people running out. It's not going to be as great of a build. as they had with the last story. So I'm okay with that. And then now in my head, let me talk about what the second main event of WrestleMania is going to be.
Okay.
Braun Breaker taken out at the very beginning of the Royal Rumble. My dad was like, "Oh, it's Adam Pearce. It's Adam Pearce." No, they're not going to have that. They're not going to have Adam Pearce fight Braun Breaker in any capacity ever. My thought is it was CM Punk pretending to be Seth Rollins. Because if it was Seth Rollins, they would have showed Seth Rollins. My thought was that it was CM Punk pretending to be Seth Rollins or somebody. Who is this guy? Braun Breaker's gonna think maybe it was Austin Theory. He's gonna go into the vision inside there. I don't know, whoever it was did the whole Jon Moxley move, stuff like that. People are freaking out on the internet. It's Jon Moxley. It's Jon Moxley. It's not Jon Moxley, guys. It's not Jon Moxley.
No.
So night 2, WrestleMania. Somehow, some way, it's gonna come out that was CM Punk. Or night 1 is going to be Braun Breaker versus CM Punk for the championship. Those are our 2 main events.
Those are good main events. If they do Cody and Roman right, and I don't know if you saw the comments Roman made about Nick Khan and Creative. Did you see those?
No.
Michael Cole made a comment about it when he was making his entrance. Roman basically was like, whatever they have for me, I'll do it. But like Nick Khan, and I'm so chopping this up. We said Nick Khan, God bless him, but like we need to stay creative, or like we need to get creative again. And was basically saying like this has been the most copy and paste shit. And so if he said that, then you still have him win the Royal Rumble. And we all know what it's like when Roman's champion. If you let him cook a little bit, and then you would throw a Cody heel turn in there, I got a question.
I just don't know what's going to happen.
I got a question.
I just hate it.
And I hate that I have to ask this question. Because I don't want to. Do you see The Rock in any way?
Nope. And I think even more so now that his daughter is not involved with WWE. I think him getting back involved with WWE was more so to help his daughter out. But the daughter not being there anymore, Ava not being in WWE anymore. And I think
but he's still on the board and he can still make a ton of money. And if Saudi Arabia is going to pay him to be at next year's WrestleMania 2.
The question is like, if you're The Rock, do you I think if you're The Rock, you have to think 2 things. Is it worth the money? And is it gonna suck? Right? Because if I'm The Rock, I don't want to be attached to anything else that sucks. I don't want to be, and if I'm The Rock, honestly, I don't want to make that commitment after all of the criticism I got from the commitments I already made last time and then couldn't fulfill and follow through on. If I'm him, I want no part of the WWE outside of just being a silent board member and, showing up every once in a while. I don't want to do anything else than that, because especially with, because then he gets the criticism from going over to Saudi Arabia. What if he goes over to Saudi Arabia and he sucks like The Undertaker did? And then what if, and then you have all of this political stuff going on with WWE as well. Do you want to be tied to those guys right now? Or could you just stay silent, collect your check, and not have anything to worry about?
I think if you're The Rock, I mean, he's a worldwide superstar. So he has a global audience just like WWE does. So I think if I'm just fantasy booking and I'm listening to what you're saying, but the story is so big and so unresolved.
Yeah.
I have to figure it out. I have to do the equation.
Well,
if we're getting Cody heel turn at WrestleMania, The Rock doesn't even need to be involved in the story. until the end of the match. And you hear his music. And he walks out. And it's basically it's the John Cena heel turn reversed.
Yeah.
And Cody's the one kicking Roman in the nuts. Because Cody will win. Cody will win against Roman. And then the debate will forever be, for all the marks, when it's all said and done, who was better, Cody or Roman? And Cody fans are going to say, well, he beat him 2 out of 3 times at WrestleMania. And then the Roman fans are going to say, but 2 out of those times, he had help.
Yeah?
I don't know.
I like that idea, though. I really do like that idea. All I know is, going back to what you said about The Rock has his own global fandom, I think that WWE will always need The Rock. I don't think The Rock needs WWE at all.
Yeah, that's been a thing for forever.
Yeah. I think if The Rock goes to WWE, it's just because he wants to.
Man. Well, I want him to want to.
I like that idea, but again, if that happens, then I'm gonna be pissed that I'm not at WrestleMania and I'm down the street at some dive bar watching it on a TV.
Hey, let's talk to the people about WrestleCon real quick. Did you see the Nerd Bar? The 2 things they're doing? I think I sent them in the group chat.
Oh yeah, I'm down to go to Joey Janela's party after Joey Janela's spring break.
We had tickets to go to the RVD one, but when we went to WrestleMania instead,
yeah. Well, that's Friday night. We got to figure out where we're going to watch WrestleMania on Saturday and Sunday.
They'll start announcing shit, dude. We got this.
All right.
Worst case scenario. We go to the Airbnb, watch it there, then go and party.
That is the worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario.
I would like to go watch it at a bar.
Yes. I'm just saying, at the worst case scenario, you'll still be able to watch it.
Yeah. Question.
Yeah.
WrestleCon announced like 10 people today.
Sandman.
What do you think? Kelly's on there. Our friend Tessa Blanchard.
There were a couple people I had no idea who it was, I think. Or maybe they were posted yesterday. I don't remember. How big is this convention center?
It's big.
I don't remember the one in...
That one wasn't big. This one's bigger.
Dude, they better put us next to some of these friggin' big names.
Yeah.
Who do you want to... If you got to pick, who would you be next to?
Like, out of people who have been announced so far?
Yeah, like out of all the wrestlers that are going to sign, who would you want to sit next to the most?
Honestly, like, selfishly, I'd want to sit next to, one of the legends, somebody like cool, like Sandman, somebody like that, like somebody cool that we could just bullshit with and talk to. But business-wise, podcast-wise, the line for the women were insane. Dude. So I want to be next to the like Mina Shirakawa or the
Willow.
Yeah, like, or Saraya.
Oh my God.
Those lines that people were waiting hours for. Tony Storm.
If we could be not next to them, but next
in the
to
pathway.
the line.
Yeah.
Next to the pathway with our wipes / deodorant, whatever our hygienic product is. Say, hey, dude, you're about to meet the girl of your literal dreams. You might want
to clean up a bit.
Dude,
we should try to partner with Dude Wipes. I'm going to see if Dude Wipes will send us some stuff.
That'd be sick. Dude, can you imagine Dude Wipes sponsoring the podcast?
That would be awesome. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to send him a message tonight.
All right, there's one thing left I got to ask you before we head on out of here, and then we talk later in the week.
All right, buddy.
Powerhouse Hobbs, now known as What is it?
Royce Keys.
Royce Keys. I love that
Yeah.
name.
Do you?
I do.
I
I will dislike it if they don't make his character like the fucking man.
Well, listen, we had the greatest conversation with Powerhouse Hobbs when we were at WrestleCon last year. Dude is so cool. I want nothing but the best for that guy. I loved every second of him being in the Royal Rumble. I think he owns the name Powerhouse Hobbs. I don't understand. And I was listening to Tommy Dreamer say something similar to this too. I don't understand the name changes, at least acknowledging that his name was Powerhouse Hobbs first.
Well, it was definitely like a shedding of skin, I think, in the same way that like Cody smashed the throne, or he did the Gold Dust move when he came back, or Stardust thing in his match when he returned against Seth Rollins. So I think that's what it was for. But it's I don't know. Do you like it? Because one thing that I loved about AEW was they would talk about other promotions, whereas WWE, it's like nothing else existed.
Yeah, it's like they acknowledge it, but they don't acknowledge it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see where he ends up. NXT, Raw, SmackDown.
He'll be on Raw.
Monday Night Raw. Yeah, pal. I almost wore my do-rag Vince shirt.
I don't know. Well, maybe our next episode we talk about dream scenarios, who we want to see up against Powerhouse Hobbs, Royce Keys.
I'm just gonna do my Ray Charles.
Piano Keys.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out our Royal Rumble reactions. This live stream thing's kind of cool. We got to start up on these more so we can get the word out.
I like it.
Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you later.
Later, buddy. Later, everyone. Boy.